Okay, this episode is only about heavy hitters, Kelly. And this one absolutely holds its weight with the rest. We have USF on the road, a 3.5-point favorite at UAB. How about it? We have an over-under of 69 points, and this game kicks off at 4 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Now, the over took some money midweek. It was up from 66.5 in just about 24 to 36 hours here from Tuesday into Wednesday. I'm fully out on Trent Dilfer experience. Not that this was a shock to anybody, and not that I was going out on a limb saying I don't know what they're doing hiring Trent Dilfer, but turned out that we're kind of right about it. UAB is currently 1-4. He's a hothead. We all saw the clips. Those kind of outbursts are going to lose your staff and your roster really quickly. People aren't going to want to play or work for you. Not a good look whatsoever. It's disappointing to see what's happened to the school too, especially since Bill Clark left, because he built this program from nothing. They lost their football program, and Bill Clark came in and with his bare hands lifted it up and turned it into a very, very good program. They've invested in facilities. They built a new stadium and showed a commitment to this program since it relaunched. And then just to go ahead and detonate it like this, that's really disappointing for me to see. They're 128th in EPA per play on defense. Who could have seen that one coming when Dilfer hired his high school defensive coordinator? Nobody with any sort of collegiate coaching experience under their belts. On the other side, though, some positive stuff. USF, quarterback Byron Brown, he's been really dynamic as a rusher. He leads the team in rushing yards, has 5 touchdowns on the ground. Kelly, he's forced 24 missed tackles and has 4.3 yards after contact on average. That's the 6th most among quarterbacks nationally. But he also has 5 fumbles. We'll sweep that one under the rug. And he's also the 3rd most pressured quarterback with 81 pressures so far. UAB has given up long runs to quarterbacks in big chunk yards. They did so twice against Louisiana and gave up some work to Michael Pratt against Tulane here. So if you want to look at Byron Brown's rushing yards and take an over on that one, if it's, I'm always wary over like 40, but if we can get 40 or under for that, I really have no idea what it'll come out to be when that comes out inevitably on probably like Friday. The Blazers offense, absolutely nothing downfield. Jacob Zeno, the quarterback, 76% completion rate, which is 4th best nationally. But his 4.8 average depth of target is 2nd lowest. So it's a bunch of dink and dunk stuff, swing passes, screens, flares, bubbles, all that stuff. And then nobody on this team with more than 10 receptions has an 8 out over 10 yards. So on first down, they're not averaging a throw past the sticks, which, sure, whatever. Yet they still insist on throwing the ball 100 times a game. They have the 14th highest pass rate in the nation at 58%.
I've got 2 teams here that are potentially trending in different directions, but I have this currently bred as a pick'em. So 51% win expectancy for USF. So it's a little bit different than the market, a little bit different than your take on it. We'll see. I don't feel great about that number, but that's where I have it for now with the model. At 3-2 overall and 2-0 in the conference, USF has a full win more than expected to this point. It's been a really good story out of the American this year. The Bulls power rating has risen from number 108 to number 89. Bulls fans are getting excited about that on Twitter, getting a lot of quote tweets, retweets, all that stuff. Some of them are saying, they're still too low. There's no way there's 88 teams better than us. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're not. I just appreciate the interaction and the engagement. They all seem pretty happy with what's going on there for their team. This improvement's due basically to the defense being much better than expected. I had this defense number 130 coming in the preseason. Didn't really know what to make of them. They're now up to number 108, so still not good, but 20 plus spots higher than where you were. That's good improvement. If you do that year over year, you're going to be in a good spot. The offense has been what we expected. They've fallen slightly from 77 to 83. That's nothing too bad. The regular season win total has improved from 4.7 to 7.0, while the chances to go bowling have gone from just 30% in the preseason to 90% currently. USF certainly having a really good season.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a big change. For as good of a season as USF has had, it's been that bad for UAB, as you mentioned. They had an opening win against FCS, North Carolina A&T. The Blazers have now dropped 4 straight. They're 0-1 in conference play. Despite the offense actually improving based on what I expected, they were number 102 projected coming in the year. They're now number 85. So, again, slight improvement there. The overall power rating has fallen more than 2 points, though, from number 91 to number 100, and it's because the defense has plummeted. I had them number 77 in the projections. They're now number 119. This game is in Birmingham. That's why the model makes it a pick'em with a 49% chance for UAB to avoid the 5-game skid. Similar to the Pac-12, the AAC is pretty much a 3-team race. It's not quite as defined, but SMU, Tulane, Memphis, those are your favorites. USF sitting there number 4 right now with a 19% chance. If they win this game, it jumps up to a 28% chance. If they lose it, it drops to below 10%. UAB doesn't really have much of a say in that, at least as things are projecting right now. So USF needs a win to kind of keep pace with some of the major contenders there in the American by my numbers.
Look, 90% chance to make a bowl game.
Crazy.
The remaining schedule's not bad. At UAB, they host FAU. They only play Memphis in the top 3 teams currently. They avoid SMU and Tulane. UTSA's on a down year. I know they're on the road there. At UConn, they host Temple and Charlotte. Dude, this could be an 8-win team. Alex Galesh coming in and turning this thing around.
35% chance to reach 8+ to be exact. Absolutely, it could be an 8-win team this year. You've already banked 3. You're on your way.
Yeah, and from 1-11 last year. I mean, come on, this 2-10 the year before. This is great. Look, this number opened extremely briefly at -2.5. That was gone in a flash, of course. That's something I would have loved to get in on. I would bet USF at -3 or better on the road if we end up getting that. If I can't get -3, I'm betting USF money line, or I do like doing this from time to time. I would dabble in alt lines. -6.5, maybe -9.5. See what kind of extra juice you can get on there. Look, UAB is a full-on fade for me. You can see teams that are not playing well, but are doing things to improve or get better. UAB has done nothing to improve or get better. You can see it with the body language in their staffs and with Dilfer. And maybe you could tell me I'm putting too much stock in that, but I don't know, man. If I got my head coach screaming at guys the way that he did on the sidelines, I can't get behind this team with any sort of hope that they're going to improve anytime soon. So yeah, I like the way USF is going. I like their coaching staff. I like their offense. Like you said, defense has been a little bit better than expected. And yeah, I'm completely out on UAB.